Hello, friends and family. First, I want to thank everybody who has called and texted and reached out to me after my last video last week. It definitely has been a blessing and very encouraging words. Um, Through my journey, I'm going to continue to trust God, whatever the outcome may be, or whatever I have to go through during this process. Through my journey, I'm going to trust God. Um, Early 2000, I was diagnosed with fibroid tumors. Normally, when you have a monthly cycle, it's very heavy. So, I think in 2005, I end up going to have a procedure, a fibroid embolization, and that's to stop the blood flow so the tumor wouldn't continue to grow, the fibroid tumor. So, from 2005 up until September 2021, I had decided to have the fibroid tumor removed. And when then they removed the tumor, it ended up being 8 pounds. Um, and once they removed it, they saw cancer cells. So I had my surgery here in Atlanta. My daughter, Jamaria, she lives in Houston, Texas. And once we learned of the diagnosis, she wanted me to go to MD Anderson. That's one of the best cancer places in the world. So I decided to go to MD Anderson to to see if they saw the same thing that they saw here in Atlanta. And one thing that I do want to encourage people, if you have to have surgery, take the smartest person that you know. And that really made a big difference because with the doctor, the the original doctor who removed the cancer cells, he said that it was stage 4. It was in my lymph nodes. I have a friend of mine that is a GYN doctor, and my daughter, she is a funeral director and a licensed embalmer. So the medical field, a lot of terminology she was very familiar with, but it was some things that we did not know. So once the doctor came into the room, we were able to get my friend that's a GYN on the phone. And after they had a conversation, so when I went back for my follow up appointment, maybe 2 weeks later, it went from stage 4 cancer to it just started. So my daughter was not happy. We ended up going to MD Anderson. So November 2021, set up a PET scan and blood work. But when I first got the first diagnosis, a friend of mine, Cecilia Holbrook, who is no longer here, she passed away December the 28th. She was like a big sister and a mother to me, and I took it very hard. I was devastated. But when she first learned that I had cancer, she always did the holistic approach. So she had ordered me some grape seed extract and some turmeric, where that was supposed to fight the cancer. So started taking that probably in October. So when we went to MD Anderson in November, I did the scan, the blood work, and I had told the doctor, when you call me on Monday, you're going to tell me that there is no signs of cancer. And he said, well, Miss Vernon, that's probably not likely, but hey, we'll see. So when he called me on Monday, I did a three-way call because I was back in Atlanta. Three-way call with my daughter on the phone. He said, Miss Vernon, he said, your blood work is unremarkable. Your organs are it's unremarkable, and I don't see any signs of cancer. So I begin to jump up and down, not realizing that less than 5 weeks ago I had an incision. So I begin to just praise God. So he said, what I want you to do is come back maybe every 3 months so we can just watch this. So I went back the first week of March 2022. And when he did, they were not able to do the glucose because I wasn't feeling well. And I thought I had food poison, but I ended up having diverticulitis. So he just did the scan without the glucose. And anytime like you have cancer, if you feed the cancer, sugar is gonna light up. So he wasn't able to do that particular part of it, but he said he did see something where it was probably maybe 6 centimeters, probably about this big, but he suggested for me to do chemo, and I did not want to do chemo. So I went on a fast. I went on a 3-day fast, and I began to seek God in reference to how am I to go forward. And I said, Lord, I need you to lead me and guide me in the right direction. And if I have to go through chemo, I have to go through it. But right now, I did not feel led to do the chemo. So I began, after seeking God, I began researching how to starve cancer. And the main way to starve cancer is sugar. No sugar, no soda, no candy, anything with processed sugar, processed food. So I began to watch my labels and everything that I ate, to make sure that I wasn't consuming sugar, because at this point I was bound to do the natural way in order to starve cancer. And another way was fasting. So I began to intermittent fasting in order to starve cancer. When our body is full of acid, it creates our cells to have disease and breakdown. So I did a high alkaline diet, replacing like the potato chips, the carbs, the candy bars, the pies with pineapples, mangoes, natural, some of the natural foods. So from March to, I want to say, a good 8 weeks, I've been doing a high alkaline diet. I've been doing a high dosage of vitamin C, vitamin A's. These are all things that help fight cancer. So I've been doing that for the last 2 months. So on Wednesday, which is tomorrow, I go to testing, and on Thursday I meet with the doctor. So I am trusting and I'm believing God that what I've been doing, the natural way, that it's working. And another one of the natural things, they said soursop, that was more potent than chemo was. So I've been doing all the different concoctions. And what I'm going to do is, some of the YouTube videos that I research, I'm going to have someone on my team to help me link them so you guys can use them as a reference. I don't wish this on anybody, but I said if I have to go through it, hey, I have to go through it with my head held high and just trust and believe in God. Even though we go through certain things, we trust and believe in God. And it's still something inside of me is really nervous about going to the doctor on Thursday to see where this sarcoma, where it stands. So what I'm gonna do, I'll touch bases with you guys maybe Thursday or Friday, once I visit my doctor, and I'm just believing and trusting God for great news. Well, oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Well, it's time for me to sign off. I just want to keep you guys updated, and I will touch back with you guys at the end of the week to let you know how my doctor appointment went and see where I go from there. And then I just, like I said, I thank everybody for even just, reaching out, the texting, the calls. Very encouraging. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye bye.